We are often told that the world is a complex place, defined by shades of gray. This culture of moral ambiguity suggests that being flexible with our ethics is a sign of sophistication, a way to stay open-minded in a modern world. Yet, if you look at the blueprint of any enterprise or civilization that has survived for centuries, the architecture isn't built on gray areas. It is built on foundational truths that remain stable even when the environment becomes volatile. For those who build lasting results, complexity is just noise to be filtered. When they reach a defining moment, the situation always collapses into a binary choice: right or wrong, integrity or compromise. When you lack these absolute internal standards, you are forced to look outward for direction. This constant search for external consensus is what creates decision fatigue. It keeps you trapped in a cycle of dependency, where your outcomes are decided by the opinions of others. Subscribe and watch to the end of this video, and I will provide you with a resource designed to help you establish the personal sovereignty required to break that cycle. Moving past this state of drift requires more than just a change in mindset. You need a bulletproof operating system to help you navigate the abyss, that high-stakes territory where the pressure to take a shortcut is at its peak. The first half of the framework of autonomy is the LFEG5 values. Think of these 5 pillars as the foundational code of behavior. Honesty and integrity ensure your actions match your words. Commitment sees a vision through. Accountability and reliability mean taking total ownership. When every contract and interaction is filtered through these 5 behavioral laws, the friction that usually bogs down a relationship or an organization disappears. Trust becomes a constant rather than a variable. Committing to these standards early trains your discernment. You stop wasting energy second-guessing fundamental choices because you've already decided how to act before pressure arrives. Building a vision requires a tactical engine, the success triad. First, dreaming and vision define your destination with absolute clarity. Next, planning maps the precise, structured steps required. Finally, execution provides the uncompromising action to bring that vision into reality. But even with a plan, you will eventually face the abyss, where personal risk tempts you to abandon your framework and take a shortcut. How you act at the edge of this chasm is your ultimate discriminator. True maturity is found in the courage to choose what is right, even when the personal risk is high. When you stack the success triad on top of the LFEG5 values, you achieve the final stage of the framework: radical personal sovereignty. This is the recognition that nobody is coming to save you, and nobody else is responsible for your outcomes. It is a hard truth, but a liberating one. Adopting the buck stops here mindset removes the victim mentality that keeps people trapped. You no longer have the option to blame the market, the economy, or other people for your position. By taking total ownership of your failures, you also gain the power to fix them. You are no longer waiting for external conditions to change. You are the one changing them. This is how you build a life that stands independent of external control. You protect your liberty and refuse to outsource your conscience to the crowd. You have a choice to make. You can stay in the gray area, drifting on the current of other people's opinions, or you can adopt these absolute principles as your own. To see where you stand today, click the link in the description. Our assessment survey will analyze your current personal capacity and help you identify the roadblocks standing in your way. The framework is in your hands. Stop drifting on the raft and start steering your own ship today.